Hello, welcome back to Lena my name, Luna the Moon, Luna's Tarot channel. And today we are reading for genhiel. I hope I'm saying that right. Genhiel. And we are looking into their social life, and that's basically it. But before getting into the reading, I will once again disclaim that I am not a professional reader. I'm doing this as a hobby, and so please be nice and take what resonates and leave the rest. I do consider tarot card, the spiritual things aside, it is a method for you to connect to your subconscious, so please just allow whatever thoughts and feelings arise and embrace them and not acknowledge them. That's about it. Let's jump right into the reading. Oh wait, no. Please consider to comment, like, and or subscribe and share my channel with your friends. That's it. We will, for real this time, jump into the reading. Okay. Oh. Okay. So your tarot card is the Fool in reverse, and it's just interesting like that. The reason why I had this reaction just now is because just now when I was shuffling the card, one card fell and just messed up a little, and I saw it and it was the Fool card. And then I continued to shuffle, and the fact that this card came out, it just further emphasized that to me that this card is the one that truly is there for you right now. And okay, so the service meaning is that this card is the Fool card in reverse, of course, but the Fool card is a major arcana card, and major arcana cards usually symbolizes a significant life event, important life event and or lessons, and it's usually unavoidable. And let's take a look at the visual elements of this card. So this person is a clown, and I'm not saying that you're a clown, but it's usually to me, clown talks about personas and masking, meaning that it feels like you're not showing your authentic self to others, and you're using a facade. You're hiding yourself behind a mask, and that can possibly affect, because you're asking about your social life. And from my personal experience, I'm sorry for adding this in, but felt like I have to sometimes you might be oh, having more friends is better, but then when you are truly comfortable and happy with your friends, or when you're with friends who you can be comfortable with, who you can be authentic with, who knows all aspect of you, no, I'm not saying that they have to know you well, I'm saying who you don't mind showing any of your sides to. That's truly from the heart. That's when you will truly be happy. Doesn't really matter if it's just one or two friends, because those are so much better than the friends that you have to be with when you're just having a mask. Those will just drain you. Although it can somehow give you some kind of validation, are those validation even good? Because that's not really you, is it? Of course it's kind of in a way you, because it is you who's doing all these things, but that's not the authentic you, right? So are you really satisfied with being able to seek validation from the you that's in a way not really you? Yeah, that's what I get from the circus part. And there's also this card feels very cold because of the colors, and then these lines, it makes me think of like the speech bubble or something. I don't even know. Like in those comics, when there's all these lines, it's kind of like, oh, attention, you know? Kind of feels like that, but in the opposite way. It kind of feels like you're getting attention in a bad way. And then there's also like all these cold, like all these bushes, and it kind of feels like cold. So it does feels like you are getting some negative attention, and it's possibly from your, like, those people that's around you. And but the thing is, you do have a dog right there. So if like there is someone, wait, hold on, that doesn't feel right. Okay, actually, if those actually applies to you, I feel like, okay, there's a dog right there, and dog symbolizes loyalty and things like that. But the thing is, because this card is in reverse, I'm not getting that much of that vibe. Actually, quite opposite to that. Like, I'm feeling like the person that you're trusting a lot, that you consider really loyal to you, they are possibly the source of all these negative attention. Like, maybe they are ill-talking you or whatever. But that might just be like a bad feeling on my part, or just like but then at the same time, it's not really that surprising if it's these so-called superficial friends, because a lot of people are just like that's not friends from genuine do you understand what I'm saying? Like, those people, like, there are friends that you meet that's from like the genuine common interests and things like that, and you guys just vibe while being like the clown you are. Like, not saying that you're a clown. To me, like, everyone's like I mean, I'm a clown. Like, everyone's the fool, you know? Everyone's a clown in a way. But I'm just saying, like, just, you can just vibe and just like don't mind how much you're embarrassing yourself. You guys can be like true to yourself. You can, I don't know, like you can burp, you can crack your toes, I don't know, like things like that, and they don't really mind because you're just being true to yourself, and you guys are just like having fun together and things like that. Those are genuine friends. But if it's friends that's like met based on like, oh, we're here together to gossip, like, did you see how like Jessica looked today, like, oh my god, her hair's so bad. Like, of course there's some times where those genuine like friends talks about that, but there are also a group of friends which they don't have much topic of conversation other than those gossipy things and things like that. Nothing really too deep. If that's the kind of group that you are in right now, then you might have to look out for your so-called loyal friend right here. If not, and you do have your genuine friends, then this friend is someone that of course you can trust. But yeah, so like, just if like, depends on what friend group you are, and if you truly are in that like superficial friend group, then you do need, it's truly possibly a time for a change. Like, you do need to start finding true friends. Like, of course there might be a time where you feel very lonely and things like that. I've been through that, but it will all be worth it after you've really truly found those heartfelt friends around you, and it will feel like it's like totally worth it. that's it from the visual elements. Let's take a look at the divinatory meaning of this card. So this card is the Fool's card. The Fool card is like the first card of the entire deck. That's literally a card about you. Like sometimes, like to me, like this card is literally about you. Because sometimes, like the card might be about someone else, but like feels like this card is just centered around the person, you know. But ignore that. That's kind of irrelevant. The Fool is the adventurer, the hero in this journey. You know, oh my god, you know what? Never mind, that's not irrelevant. It's the hero of this journey. Everyone's the hero of their own journey. This is about you. Take that. English is hard. In archetypical terms, he is the new soul ready to incarnate on Earth. He doesn't have much to bring with him. In fact, we don't know for sure what he carries in his bag. Possibly the bag contains his innate abilities and the knowledge of his soul's purpose in this life. He steps into the unknown with his faithful canon companion. What does this loyal dog represent? We don't really know that either, but one idea is that it is the Fool's intuition. Connected to the web of the physical universe, if the Fool is smart, he'll pay close attention to it. The divinatory meaning is that a new beginning, the need for courage and faith, and taking a step that some would consider foolish. The advice is to listen to your instinct and do that thing that you want to do, even if you're scared. There's no guarantee that things will always be easy, but your quest will take you where you need to go, and to have the experiences you need to have. In reverse, ask yourself, am I following my true intuition or being foolish? Am I letting fear stopping myself from living my soul's purpose? So yeah, that's basically it. So to sum it up, it's just like, if you do have a bad gut feeling about this one friend or this friend group or just whatever, trust your gut feeling. Something that I always say, if you have a gut feeling, it's for a reason. It's your intuition telling you something. It's probably sometimes it's even like, or maybe most times, I'm not sure, it's your guide telling you something, you know, like, just trust your intuition. It's there for a reason. So trust your intuition, and just like, even if like maybe that's the best path for you, you never know, or maybe you will regret not knowing, you know, or you don't. That was not a funny joke. Anyways, let's get into what the moon's advice for you is. Wait, let's take a look at the moon's advice for you. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So I feel like it's kind of like, this card is kind of just like telling you this thing. Like, this reading is a sign for you to take notice of these possibly very toxic relationships and things like that. And this card is, I feel like, is telling you that it will finally come to an end. You're finally trusting your intuition, and things will be so much better. It's a tough cycle, and it's ending. The end of something symbolizes a new something. And since it's talking about a tough cycle ending, it means that something so much better is going to approach you. That's just what comes to mind, and I will take a look at the meaning of this card. So it's full moon in Capricorn, and the full moon in Capricorn says, how hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes out. If you're wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast, and this card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you are prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dream come true. Without being ruthless, with a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you are asking about, make a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. The attune to the moon is to release control and trust the universe. An additional meaning for this card is that a professional project may be ending now. Admit if you're being overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private life, and it's time to stop fearing the worst. The teaching is that the full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy, and will more than likely come up when you're asking about a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much-needed reminder to move through any feeling of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation. That was a weird pause. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much-needed reminder to move through any feeling of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation. And this applies no matter when you pull this card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think I have to add on to anything. I think that this reading was pretty... I think it made sense. Although it might not be something you want to hear. But it's, as I said, like a life lesson that you need. And I feel like these type of life lesson about social issues, relationship, and things like that, it's something that is useful in a long run throughout your entire life, since we do deal with people like throughout our whole life. So although it might not be the brightest reading, but it is truly helpful, and at least you can recognize these these toxic things, and just cut them out, because you need that and you can do that, and things will be so much better. It might be a hard decision, it might be a hard move, it might be a hard process, but you can do it. I believe in you, and the cards believe in you, and the spirits, your guardians, and the moon believes in you. That's about it. I hope that made sense. I hope that it resonates, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Please talk to me and communicate to me about whatever you think of the reading, anything. Like, I appreciate any feedback, and please do consider to comment, like, and or subscribe. I do post readings every Monday to Saturday, and pick a card reading on Sunday. So if you're interested in that, please keep a lookout for that. Once again, please consider to comment, like, and or subscribe. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching this video and letting me read for you and things like that. And yeah, bye-bye.